everyone, Miss Branch here, the art teacher, and we're still working on projects with our carnival theme. Now, sometimes when you go to carnival, you win stuffed animals. Well, making a stuffed animal would take too long, so we're going to make a paper one. And for this project, we're going to make a paper shark. And look, it's flexible, it moves. So we got a few steps to do for this one. So this is going to be a little longer than the regular project. So we got to get started. So what you're going to need is a piece of paper. If you have loose leaf, we'll just cut off the edge, which I'll do in a moment. Glue stick, scissors, and something to write with. I just have my Sharpie here. So the first thing I need to do is cut off this edge right here. But we're not going to put it away this time because we're going to use it. We're going to use this edge when we make our teeth for our shark. So for right now, I'm just going to put it off to the side. Now, we need a square. Right now we have a rectangle. So just like in the last project, we're going to bring the corners over, line up to the edge, then put our finger in the middle, then slide out along that line, making a fold, making a right triangle. Now, this part we're going to use for later, so we're going to need to cut this part off too. So I'm just going to fold it back so it lines up, make a crease with my fingers, and cut that part off. And we're going to put it off to the side too, because we're going to need this part a little later too. So now I have my square of paper, which now I'm going to lay on my sheet and make it more like a diamond. Now, the next thing we're going to do is fold both of these sides in to the middle, making it more like a kite shape. So I'm going to take this corner. I'm going to take my time, bringing the edges, sides up. Again, press in the middle. And I made my the beginning of a kite shape. And then take the other side and line that up, taking my time. Again, start in the middle and press. And I just made a kite shape by folding those two corners. Now, these eventually are going to get glued on top of each other for our shark's body shape. But right now, we have a few other steps before we can get to that step. So I'm going to open it back up and then fold it back into a triangle. Now, to make the spine, make this the shark flexible, I'm going to have to cut some slits like I'm giving it ribs. Now, what is important is that these two guidelines that I just made here, that your lines that you cut will go all the way here to this line. If it goes just a little bit past it, it'll be okay. And actually, the skinnier your or thinner your cuts, the more flexible your shark is. But for time's sake, I'm just going to cut them fairly thin. So right now, I'm going to skip some space. The space over here is going to become the head, and this part is going to be the tail. So I'm going to skip some space down and just cut all the way to the line. Make sure I'm stopping when I get to the line or just a little past the line. Because if you don't cut all the way to the line, your snake will not be able to swim properly. It will not have that flexibility. And just be careful going past the line. Just a little. And a little. And keep going all the way till you get down to the tail. I'll make one more little one. So now I can open it up, and I'm going to test it to make sure that my my shark will be able to swim. And see, yep, it works. So before I do the next step, I'm going to go ahead and draw my eyes on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a circle here and a circle here, and I'm going to fill it in, but just with some lines. If I want to add a little highlight for light, I'll just add in a little circle and leave that part blank, so it'll be the white of the paper. And now my shark has eyes, but it doesn't have a bottom lip, teeth, fins, or a tail. So we need to do that part. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to just go ahead and glue this part together. So that'll be drying while we're working on the other part. So I'm just going to take my glue, and on one of these folded kite triangle parts, just put a little bit of glue. And then lay this piece over top of it, try and even it up so that it goes side to side. Oh, I need to come over just a little bit more. Why are you giving me a fit right now? Alright, let's bring this over. There we go. Got it. So now I have the beginning of my shark's body. Right now this looks like a weird triangle fishy thing. So let's get started on the rest of it. So now let's bring in the rectangle piece that we cut off when we were making our square. And we're going to turn this into our bottom mouth, our tail, and our fins. So the first thing I'm going to do is fold it in half and cut it apart. I'm going to put one piece off to the side for now. Now this part is going to go into the mouth. It's a little too big, so I'm going to cut it a little skinnier. And make sure it fits in. There we go. And then I'm going to cut just an arch. Like so. Now this is going to become my shark's bottom lip. So his mouth is going to be open. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put some glue, one strip right there, and stick it inside the mouth. So now my shark has a bottom lip. But it's still, we got a bit to go. So we got to make the tail, the fins, and the teeth. So now, this little piece that's left over, I'm actually going to turn this into my fins by just folding it in half. Let's see if that'll work. And just cutting off a little bit of a curve. And I made some interesting shark tail fins. And I'm going to just put a little bit of glue on the middle. And then stick the back end of my tail right there on top of that. And let that set off to the side. Now I'm going to bring back this piece here that I need to make the side fins. So what I'm going to do is fold it in half again. Cut it apart. Put one piece off to the side. And this piece I'm going to fold in half again. And I'm just going to cut a curve up to one corner. And I think I'll just do a little curve right here at the bottom. Now, right here on the fold, I will cut it apart. And I've just made the two side fins for my shark. So again, just a little bit of glue. I'm going to stick my fingers inside to give it a little bit of support. A little bit of glue. A little bit of glue, fin 1, and fin 2. Now my shark is coming along, still no teeth, and no top fin. So now I'm going to take this top piece, and I'm going to go ahead and fold it like I did before. And I'm going to cut a curve in it, just like I was making the fins. But this time, I'm going to cut more of a curve in it for the top fin. Now, when I open it up, I have two, but I don't need the whole thing. So about right here, I'm going to cut off the bottom part, making a little tab. So this tab, I can glue onto my shark and the fin will stand up. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this tab, and then right here on the head I'm going to glue that on, and now my shark is starting. Now it's a toothless shark. You can call him the toothless shark. But we're going to make some teeth. So let me put the rest of my scraps out of the way and bring back our last strip. Now, we don't need to part with the holes. So I'm just going to fold this in half lengthwise. Again, if you start in the middle, it's a lot easier sliding your finger out to the edges. And I'm going to go ahead and cut down that line where I don't need the side with the holes. And just work with the side that doesn't have the holes. And put this piece off to the side. And now I'm going to fold this in half. And I'm going to fold it in half again. So now I'm left with this small rectangle shape. And all I'm going to do is cut some triangles out to make my shark's teeth. So more like zigzag lines. And I'm almost done. I'm just being careful so I don't cut myself because, you know, scissors are sharp. And now when I open it up, I have this long piece for my shark's teeth. Now, everywhere where it's folded, I'm going to cut those apart. And each one, I'm just going to fold it just a little bit so that I can make the teeth stick up. So like this piece I just folded, I'm going to put a little bit of glue and glue them here. So I don't want to get my workspace messy. So I'm going to use this scrap right here and put this right on top of here. And I can just get a little bit of glue on it without getting it all over my workspace. And I'm going to glue the teeth in on this side. Ugh. Well, stay still. Come on, work with me. There we go. And they'll fold. There's my first row of teeth. Then I'm going to take another piece and again fold it, give it a little lip. Fold it. Put it on this little strip. Put a little bit of glue. Fold it again. I think it's easier to put on when you fold it. And I'm going to put these other teeth on this side. Ugh. There we go. Maybe I should put the teeth on first before I glue the whole shark together. Maybe I'll try that the next time I make my shark. And there's these teeth. Now, I gotta do this 2 more times to fill in this side and this side for my shark's teeth. Oh, they fell. Oh, it's like he has dentures. Oh, a little bit more glue. What's that stuff for to glue dentures in? What's it called? I forget. Oh well. And there's my other teeth. And this one, what I'm going to do a little different because I need it to curve a little. I'm going to just cut a little nip on the tab. That way I can fold it when I am gluing it down. So now, of course, my glue. And I'm going to put a little bit down here. Yeah, probably next time I will put the teeth on before I glue the mouth in. Boom, boom, boom. So that little bend right there, it will enable me to kind of make it curve. I probably could put 2 cuts in it to make it curve a little better. I'll try that on this one. So let's see. Where would I put the snips? Okay, I know if I put one in the middle. Maybe if I put one here and one here. And that way I can bend it a little better. Yeah, that might work. So again, a little bit of glue on the tab. Fold it over. And there we have it. A shark. A Carnival prize shark. Yay! So everyone, this was our third Carnival project. See you at the next project. Bye!